Hey, hi, welcome to EACC Visa Success Series. And this is video 30. It's like 30 videos on US visas. That's so many information that has been given in this series. And if you are not going to these videos, probably you are missing them out. These are valuable information that can help you in getting US visa. So use this information, go to each of these videos, make notes, practice so that you have a high visa success rate and you get US visa. US visa is not difficult. We only don't know the process. We just think it's an interview. You go there and answer, and that is not what is required. It's not about just going there and giving an answer. What is required is how proactive interview you are. What do I mean by that? When the visa officer is going to ask you a question, how you are going to answer and how you are going to lead the interviewer is your responsibility. So if you see my answers, I don't just say basically just give an answer. For example, what does your father do? So I could just say my father is a businessman. Is that a sufficient answer? No, it is not a sufficient answer. You have answered it, but it is not good enough to get you a visa. A proactive interviewee is one who will basically say, my father has a 30-year-old business. His turnover is around 1.5 CR. He has a profit of around 60 lakhs. He has 20 people working under him, and we have 4 centers across India. So what you tell the visa officer? That your father is a well-established businessman. When you say this, somewhere you're telling the visa officer that I have a good reason of coming back to India. Or you can say further that basically, my brother is basically also having his own business, and my mother is basically, has a coaching institute, whatever you want to say, wherever you want to lead the visa officer to. So that is a proactive interview. If you just say business, it doesn't lead anywhere. And that's where a lot of students make mistakes, and that's where the visas get refused. Now understand, it is not the visa officer's responsibility to basically ask questions. A single question is good enough for the visa officer to refuse you. So it's not that he has to ask you 10 questions and then he can decide whether you are good or not. He will ask you a single question, and if he feels you are not convincing enough, he will reject you under 214B. So under 214B, it is the interviewee's responsibility to prove that he is a genuine student and not a potential. Understand this basic need. And that's why your counseling is very important. People go without knowledge, thinking it is just an easy cakewalk. I'll just go and the visa officer is going to ask me questions. I'm going to answer him. I'm going to get the visa. And they don't get. And these students come crying to me. And these students do really come crying to me. And then we have a situation because he has been refused once, the visa officer has made a decision, and then he has to work hard to get his visa. And it's not easy. Because once you are refused, then your chances of refusals are more compared to your visa success. So you need to prepare hard to convince the visa officer that you are a genuine student. So understand that for every profession, there are experts. And for study abroad also, there are experts. So take an expert advice because you're going to spend lakhs when you're going to study abroad. So you don't mind spending few thousands to get that expert advice so that your visa chances are more, so that you are able to fulfill your career goals. Okay. So today's topic on basically the 214B is the previous academic qualification is not in line with the program that you wish to pursue. So you would be refused under 214B. So the visa officer is going to ask you a question like, what's your qualification? And you will say BBA. And he will say, but you are going for a music program. And he will refuse you. Now, what will a proactive interview will say? So when he says PBA, what the visa officer is going to ask you, what's your previous qualification? You're going to say, I have done BBA, but I have also participated in many music concerts where I have done stage performances in front of 1,000 audiences, and I have learned Bharatanatyam or this or that music or this music, whatever. Bharatanatyam is a dance, sorry, but whatever music you have learned that music, and with that music, I want to study further because that is my major. I want to make it as a major profession. So when you tell them, the visa officer will know that besides your BBA, you have done something in music, and that's why you're going to a music program. Otherwise, you would be refused. So how you answer a question is very, very important. Okay, how you answer a question. Why is the visa officer asking that question? To understand that logic is very, very important. It is not as simple as you think. Okay, if the visa officer is not just asking you for namesake, that what is your qualification, is asking to know whether that qualification is in line with the program that you want to pursue in US. So if you know that your program is not in line with the program that you're going to pursue in US, then you have to proactively tell him that how this is in line with the program. You have to give a valid explanation to the visa officer. Only then the visa officer is going to get convinced and he will grant you visa. So understand this very important concept that I'm going to tell you today, that is about proactive interviewing. This is what I've told in all my visa series, where you have to proactively basically go and answer the question in such a way that you are going to lead the visa officer to believe that you have a genuine reason, and he will ask you questions accordingly. Also important is, if you are looking for study abroad counseling, you can click on you can go to the description box and click on the calendar link and book an appointment. My first study abroad counseling appointment is free. In case you have visa queries, you can even take that opportunity to ask your visa query. My first appointment is free. So I hope this video series is going to help you get your visa. Remember to share, like, subscribe, share it to maybe thousands of people. Make this video viral, because if everybody understands this basic logic, then probably they would be better prepared when they are going to the visa. They would not take interview as just a simple interview. It is not. And most important is, you need expert. Like any other profession, you need an expert who can guide you, because the stake is very high. You are going to US where you are going to invest a lot. And if you don't get visa, your entire career is basically spoiled. So you don't want to basically take that high risk, and you want to basically see that you get your visa. So you would go to an expert and take it. And if you want to take my counseling services, you know how to get in touch with me. The calendar link helps you to be in touch with me. So I wish you all the best. Do good, spread goodness, because that is how we as people can live a better society. Take care. Bye.